Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast. Well, howdy and hello. You've got the award-winning In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, Porsche fans, author Randy Leffingwell joins us. We'll give you insight into his book. I'll give you my thoughts on a little Japanese hot rod, the Acura Integra S. And Jeff has this week's Motor Minute just ahead in this segment of the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us on this Saturday. And you're going, well, wait a minute. Wait, it's 10. What happened to 8? Well,
we slept in.
We've moved the show a little bit, and we shortened the show a little bit. So with lots of changes, and we hope that you'll enjoy our new formatted show.
But you know what? You don't go changing.
To try to please me. There's a song in that.
I think so.
Yeah. Anyway, so we've changed it up just a bit, and we've it's going to be a quick moving show.
It's different already.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, that's the way I'm combing my hair this morning.
I think so. You know, I carry a comb.
That was because of the rain.
I just can't part with it.
Yeah, you can't. Well, your part's just a little bit bigger than mine, that's all.
Easy, Mike.
All right.
I like that one.
Did you?
The guy's name is Randy Leffingwell, and he is joining us right now from SoCal.
Oh.
He's the author of a book called Against All the Others, Porsche's Racing History. And Randy, good morning to you, and thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning, guys. It's good to be here. Thanks for having me on.
You bet. So I assume that this is just the first chapter of many that you've got in store for us all. Am I right?
Oh, yes. This is a multi-volume. One of my friends described it. I should sell it with big chains and issue it only to super yacht owners as their boat anchor.
Well, we've got a whole format of music for you called yacht rock. So it goes all hand in hand. Yeah, there's that.
Sign me up.
Okay, you got it. So Randy, obviously you're a Porsche-phile, and the boys said, Porsche. And I'm thinking, no, I think it's Porsche. How do you pronounce it?
Well, Ferry Porsche, when I met him, said Porsche.
Porsche.
Oh, Porsche.
Yeah, it's Austrian, and that's how they pronounce that final E. It's sort of like a little bit of a sachet. It's a Porsche.
Porsche. So do you tell all your friends you're driving a Porsche?
I am a very fortunate man. I do drive a Porsche, but I don't tell everybody. Although I guess I just did.
I guess so. What model do you have?
I'm a very fortunate man. I've got a Cayenne hybrid.
Oh.
So I can be politically correct here in California, but I've got all the suspension packages on the thing that'll make it go around corners more like a Macan or even it handles very well.
Yeah. Well,
I had some really good advice.
You know, I have known a few Porsche.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just going to call it Porsche just to make it a Texanized.
Porsche's fine. Porsche's fine.
Good. I have known a lot of Porsche-philes, and there is a certain thing that you guys have that I think all of us Corvette owners really admire and aspire to. How's that?
Okay, I've written about Corvettes, so I've got a whole space in my heart for them too.
Yeah, it's a different way of looking at sport cars. And,
absolutely.
And when people tell me, because I review all sorts of things, you know,
sure.
And we have the Americans, we have the Germans, and then we have the Japanese or Asian brands, and they all have their own idiosyncrasies.
Little niches.
Yeah, and I will tell you that I thoroughly enjoy driving German brand cars because I'm coming out of an American car. And not that they're better, they're just different. But
correct.
The Porsche, to me, is at the top of the heap. And we have a friend of ours that we advertise for and do work with. He owns a company called, what is the name of the company? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. And he has these events from time to time They're called car socials. And he does a lot of high-end cars.
Very high-end.
And the last event that he had featured the Porsche brand. And we spoke with several of the Porsche owners here in town, very passionate group. And you know, there's an admiration there that I don't even know how to explain it, but we really enjoyed our conversations with him. Let me put it that way.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, you guys that are the Porsche files are really passionate about it. Now, I'm not talking about, you know, somebody buys a Porsche and then turns around and flips it. Not that kind of thing. I'm talking about guys that are really into Porsche. My old high school buddy, my hot rod friend, Ross Putnam, he actually has a Porsche and absolutely loves the thing. It's garage kept with a cover over it. He drives it on nice days. One of those kind of guys.
I'm not that.
You're not that. You drive yours.
I drive, and not only that, I've always sort of thought of myself less of a car guy and more of a people guy. That was what appealed to me about doing this book project, was the chance to meet and talk to all these racers and designers and engineers and managers and bosses. And my God, have they got the stories. That's what sold me on the project. Interesting.
Well, and, you know, that really kind of parlays into the whole Corvette admiration that you have, because you've been there. And I will
same.
Yeah, it's a group of us that all get together. I mean, these guys that are with me today, I really attribute the Corvette passion that I've had almost all of my life, and so it's all kind of bundled in together. We admire all cars, but I will tell you that my choice happens to be the Corvette. So let's talk about your book.
Yeah, I want to ask a question about that. You getting to the book, when you interviewed these folks and you talked about the people, was there a common thread or a theme that they all kind of had that they don't know they have, but you picked up on it to put in the book? And is this the first volume? I understand there's more to come after this book.
I'll answer the second part first, which is yes. There are many more volumes to come. Right now, probably it looks like another 14. So reinforce your bookshelves.
You've been sold by Encyclopedia Britannica. I can tell you that right now.
Well, actually, the killer was when Porsche offered me this project, a guy named Dieter Landenberger and his colleague in the archive, Jens Torner. We were at dinner. It was my last night there after working for about 4 weeks on another book project. And I took him out to dinner to thank him for their time. And they said, "Randy, we have a book idea for you." And, you know, you hear that and you think, oh, goody, the covered bridges of Bavaria.
Yeah, there you go.
And then Dieter said, "We would like you to do Porsche's racing history."
Oh, wow.
And after I picked myself up off the floor and asked why me, they said, "Well, as an American, you will cover Porsche's racing history in the world. If we give it to a German, he will say, Porsche raced throughout Germany, and there were races in America and the UK. If we give it to a Brit, he will say, Porsche raced at Silverstone and Aintree. Period, end of book." But an American is going to cover the world, and that was, again, part of the fun of this thing. So, to answer the first part of your question, the thing that is uniform with all of them is their passion. That, as you mentioned about Corvettes and your passion for that, Mark, these guys, these men and women that have created these cars and these interiors and these marketing plans, it is deep in their hearts, deep in their soul, to make something that carries on the legend and the legacy.
Passion.
So I should actually learn the word for it in German.
Yeah. Is there a certain year, or are you dividing this up into years? How are you going about a multi-volume book?
That's an interesting question, and it really vexed me. when Dieter described the book, I said, okay, fine, great. I can start right after World War II and, pick up the German economic miracle of the 1950s and carry it through Porsche's development into a worldwide brand. And Dieter looked at me and said, no, Randy. Ferdinand Porsche raced the first car he ever built in 1899. Porsche racing starts there. And I thought, oh boy.
Yeah.
This has just doubled. And then he said the two magic words, we would like it encyclopedic and comprehensive. So you tell an author that you want something encyclopedic and comprehensive. And I just went nuts. So I interviewed. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I'm sorry. I was just going to say I'm having a hard time imagining, that many books. I mean, you go back and parsing it out, like you said, into sections, and then trying to figure out a timeline to do all that in.
Well, yeah, the whole pre-planning of the book. I mean, that in itself would take me years.
It almost took me years. I mean, it has taken me years. This dinner conversation happened in November of 2011.
Wow.
David Bull signed on to the book in the spring of 2012, and I've been working on it since, but I've been doing Porsche books since 1990. So I'd already met some people, and I'd already begun thinking about, I'm a racing fan. I love motorsports. And so Porsche's motorsports program has always been somewhere circulating in my brain between Porsche and Corvette, my two race cars. So when this thing came up and Dieter said, no, 1899, well, so you start at 1899 and you go to the present. The problem is, as a book author hoping to sell books, there aren't too many folks around who were alive in 1899 to watch Ferdinand Porsche race his electric car up a mountain. And so as we organized the books to try to make some sensible start point, we kind of plopped it down right in the middle. And then we started looking for a year that would really be identifiable. And of course, 1968 is the year the 917 was invented, if you will. And everybody's heard of the 917, so that became the point. And so what I do now is kind of I think they call it in media res. It's where you start in the middle. It's like a movie. Start in the middle of it, go a little bit, do a flashback, and then bring it right back up to the present and on through to 1999 when my series of books will end.
Very interesting. So it truly,
really
well, yeah, but I understand. So let me ask you this: so is this book on the shelves, ready to be purchased now?
I think Volume 1 is, if not already in the U.S., on the way. It was printed in Hungary by a company called Interpress. They do wonderful work, and I know for a fact that the publisher's already gotten the first advance copies. We are launching this book at an event called Porsche Works Reunion, which takes place during the Monterey Pebble Beach Auto Week in about 3 weeks in Monterey, California. And I think that that's the first real availability for customers. I imagine you can pre-order it on, www.bullpublishing.com
Or Amazon.
Probably Amazon. Yeah. I know that Jeff Anderson, who's the general manager, has been talking about ways to distribute the book. So,
well, I'll tell you that I know that every Porsche fan is watching or is downloading a podcast of this interview with you right now.
I hope so.
Yeah. Well, we hope so for your sake as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. How many pages is it? The first volume.
The first volume is 432 pages, about 260 photographs, maps, technical drawings, some really, really, really cool notes from some of the managers and some of the drivers about how they take certain turns, where the refueling stops are. When Dieter and Jens offered me this project, they basically threw open the doors to the archive and said, go, look, research, do.
Wow.
How do you do that? I assume that you did that in Germany. Are you fluent in German?
Getting there.
You're getting there. Because I would assume that those early books mainly were German.
Oh, almost, no. 99% of everything is German.
Yeah.
But Google Translate is my best friend.
There you go.
Really good keystroking in
That's
German.
how we got the Porsche.
The Porsche.
Yeah, that's how
it.
the Porsche.
Exactly.
Well, it sounds like an intriguing book. And
Jeff Heitzman offered a suggestion.
Leidenschaft is passion.
One of our listeners online sent that in.
Yes. Thank you, Jeff Heitzman. I can't imagine how he would know that. But at any rate, it's great talking with you. Randy Leffingwell. The book is called Against All the Others, Porsche's Racing History, Volume 1. And I know that, hey, even though we're still at the very end of July, we ain't got that many months to go before Christmas gets here. What a great Christmas gift for those Porsche files.
Please, think of me at Christmas. Not to give it to me, but to give it to your friend.
There you go.
Well, Randy, it's great talking to you. Thanks again for your time this morning. I know it's
you
early
guys
out there
very
on the left coast. It's 8:16 out there.
I'll get up earlier for you guys anytime.
Well, we appreciate that.
it.
Be sure and check back in with us. Let us know what else you got cooking.
I'll do that.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you. Great. Hey, you can catch the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream our live 2-hour weekly show on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. And podcasts are available from your favorite podcast provider. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show will continue right after this quick break. Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In-Wheel Time and the original Lupi Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org. Welcome back to the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. If you're just joining us, it's our new 2-hour format instead of 3, and we're getting to sleep in a little bit longer. Mr. Mars mentioned this to me. We talked about it a couple of weeks ago and thinking, why are we making this poor guy get up at 3:30 in the morning to drive an hour and a half over here and then do all of this work and get all these guests? And he's going, it's killing me. I said, well, let's not kill you yet. We've got other ways to do that. Exactly. So that's why we kind of cut back on the hours.
Yep. Good stuff.
And and we're hoping that you like it as well.
Yeah, and it aligns with some of the other things we do, like the Houston Auto Show and Keels and
It
Wheels.
does. And that's not to say that we won't do another 3-hour show, because we will if we've got something special lined up for you. But we're going to start it at 10. Most public events start at 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning.
Right.
So it just makes more sense to kind of align it with
We're all
of
about
that.
the public.
We are.
Oh, yeah.
Now, when Stan announces another Tailpipes and Tacos and he wants to start at 8 o'clock in the morning, okay.
We're on it.
We're on it.
You
We'll be
betcha.
there.
In fact, I talked to Chase yesterday.
Yeah.
And they're looking at their calendar, the racing, and doing still the hurricane kind of messed things up a little bit.
Yep.
But, they're still thinking about looking at something in the fall. So we're trying to coordinate some dates.
Good. Yeah.
Fall's good.
I'll tell you what, that last Tailpipes and Tacos was a hit.
Oh, it was a blast.
It was fun.
All right, time now here on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show for Jeff's Motor
And
Minute.
Mike's leading me into it with the fall. Everybody, school is about to start. In fact, there's some places that school has started. So I want to bring this to your attention. As summer ends, you got school zones. You got to slow down in the school zones. School zones are designed for a reason. They're to protect the students. You got to obey the speed limits, Mike, and you got to obey the signs. You got to eliminate your distractions, because it's very, very important. You don't want to be part of a tragedy in a school zone. Watch for the school buses. When that little red flag comes out, you stop. You don't try to pass a school bus. So all of this is important for coming into the fall season. You've got August and September, and I know school starts here in a couple of weeks in Houston. Be mindful of the folks and the little ones that drive their little bikes to school. They have the crosswalk right away as well. Plan ahead. If you know you're going through a school zone, don't rush through. Take your time or find an alternate route. If you know you go through there every day, find maybe another little back road or another little side street. But it's going to be all over. Be careful. The fines are very, very hefty. They're very hefty.
Yeah, they are.
And if you get it, we might even send Mike to your house to give you the ticket. We don't know that. So we're going to do that. Remember, it's your family, the families that are out there, so be very, very careful in school zones. I see it. I shake my head at some of these people going to work every day, and they know they're in there going through a school zone. So be careful. It's starting. Don't be that guy. That's my Motor Minute.
I've heard that most of my life. Don't be that guy. And look what happened to me.
I think the waiter told you that last night. Don't be that guy.
Yeah. Blanca. Yeah. All right, time now for this hour's car review. I had a chance to drive the 2024 Acura Integra. I don't get many Honda products. And I was kind of excited about this, and I thought, okay, it's an Integra. It's been around for a while. Well, I did not realize, but they make a little hot rod version of this.
They do.
Called the, there's several. The base, the A-Spec, and the A-Spec with Tech, and then the Type S. I had the Type S. All right? It's a hot rod. Compact, four-door hatchback, 4 seats in this thing. So put your mind kind of in a smaller version of a hot rod Mustang. Exterior changes from last model year. This is an all-new trim level for 2024. Edgy overall design with an aggressive front-end styling. Lower rocker and side creases in the doors gives it a sporty look. Small spoiler on the hatch and three exhaust outlets.
Wow.
Not 2, not 4, but 3, right smack dab in the middle. Black rear bumper with arrow on the lower valance. This particular one had the optional copper wheels, the 19 inches. It's a $2,100 option. And boy, does it really stand out on that blue car that I had. The blue that I had was like that, but it had the copper wheels on it. Cool. What could use improvement? Nothing. Great looking, sporty, hot hatch. Interior highlights. Easy shifting 6-speed and a nice knob.
Cool.
You got to have a nice knob.
You do.
It's always good to have a nice knob.
It is. It is. And I'll just leave it at that. Let's see. I've got my mind in that, but
I'll stop the video for you.
yeah, please do that. Really nice, styled, upscale interior elements throughout the cabin. Easy to use and understand controls. Honeycomb air vents add to that racy look, and I really did like them. I've never seen them in another car. The air vents and the dashboard, they're honeycombed.
I'll be darned.
And they make them stand out. They're kind of a brushed silver. Cargo trunk room, 24.3 cubic feet. So the storage area back there behind the back seat kills it. Then you fold down the back seat and makes it really big. What I liked about it, lots of storage cubbies throughout the cabin. I did like that folding second rear seat. It's got a smallish, a 9-inch infotainment screen, but it kind of fits the smallish interior because it is. It's a small car. 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder with, drum roll please, 320 horsepower.
Whoa.
320. Torque, 310 pound-feet of torque. That's why I kind of did the comparison with the Mustang, because the Mustang is about like their 4-cylinder, about 300 horsepower, which is a lot. The advantage that this has is that it's fairly lightweight because it's a much smaller car.
That's what I was going to say. There can't be much weight to it.
Right. 6-speed manual transmission, and that was the smoothest shifting transmission I have had in a long, long time. 21 miles per gallon city is what it's rated. 28 miles on the highway for a combined of 24. I got 25.7 miles per gallon over 356 miles. What I liked about it, the balance of power, performance, and comfort. Nothing could use improvement. I think that this is a hit. Now, the base price, the base trim price is $52,995. It's not cheap. Prices tested, $55,971. Now, if you just want to get into an Acura Integra, $31,800 will get you going. Now, as far as comparisons are concerned, let's talk about the Honda Civic Type R. That's its cousin. It starts at $44,795. The Audi A3 starts at $40,975. The BMW 2 Series Grand Coupe, $49,295.
Uh-oh.
And I had to throw in the Golf R, the VW Golf R, $45,665. And that is my review of the 2024 Acura Integra A-Spec with Tech Type S.
You know, when you had it, I didn't get in that one. I was not, didn't go for a ride in it with you or anything, or didn't get in it, but the car is nice. I like it. The exterior was very sporty.
Agreed. Hey, if you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address is info@inwheeltime.com. More of the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipe means when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the first Lupe Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here is the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupe Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupe Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupe Tortilla Katie's another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupe's. It's located on 99 the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Lupe Tortilla in College Station. Located just around the corner from Kyle Field, it's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Going to Louisiana? The Lupe Tortilla in Beaumont is on I-10, so you can't miss it. The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants has the best Tex-Mex anywhere, and you're invited anytime. Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for the real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get that thing protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need or can't afford. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today, and online at gcautoshield.com. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.